What do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you dream about? Hi, I'm Sarah Dashew. My parents, Steve and Linda Dashew, are the creators of some 60 yachts, both sail and power, over the last 40 years. Of the 32 Dashew sailing yachts for which we have numbers, there are over 24 circumnavigations and an average of 56,000 nautical miles per boat. When my parents began to think about a powerboat for themselves, they were not willing to give up the seagoing comfort or the passage-making speed that they were used to.
All of the 50-some boats we've designed and built have had the same objective: safe and comfortable long-distance voyaging.
Even our smallest designs would average 8 knots in the trades. The Sundeers would do 8.5 to 9.5, and the Beowulf series averaged a steady 12 to 12.5 knots, 300 nautical miles per day or more in the trade winds.
Just a 20-knot breakfast.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, I opened some of our New Zealand raspberries. Aren't they pretty?
Stable motion, boat speed, and heavy weather capabilities are the foundation for their FPB designs. The first FPB, Windhorse, carried these two old salts over 60,000 nautical miles in 7 years of part-time cruising, far more than the distance that they covered in any one of their sailboats.
We're at 69 degrees north latitude, working our way into Jakobshavn.
And over the past 7 years, 13 more FPBs have accumulated 200,000 nautical miles of passage making. In a yachting world where the vast majority of boats never go anywhere, how does this happen? It requires a philosophy of design and construction that is totally focused on long-distance cruising. You can see all kinds of details on setsail.com about interior design, systems, maintenance, and structural factors of safety which allow for operator error. But what we want to concentrate on here is the seagoing aspect that turns the owners of these yachts into such successful voyagers.
This is life-changing.
Really?
We never should have come on this trip.
This starts with the ability to comfortably, efficiently, and safely maintain high average speeds on passage. Going fast enables you to take advantage of favorable weather, reduce exposure to dangerous weather, and it's a lot more fun than going slow. And when we talk about fast average speeds, we mean in the context of the real world, with confused sea states and a variety of wind angles, both upwind and down. The single most important ingredient in all of this is steering control. A yacht that is easily steered, where the autopilot hardly works at all, is more comfortable and offers a much wider range of weather tactics and choices of destination. The ability to head into the seas while efficiently maintaining speed, without pitching and slamming, makes it possible to think about your cruising grounds in a whole different light. Heading off the wind is, of course, way more fun.
So we are on our way to Panama, nonstop. Should be about 12 days total. And we're having a lovely downhill run.
Especially if you throw in the ability to surf while maintaining steering control, without fear of broaching. The problem is that the fine bow shape required for going uphill smoothly is at odds with the distribution of volume necessary for surfing with control. The answer to all of these issues is a long, lean, moderate displacement hull shape with balanced lines. These hull shapes lend themselves to interior layouts that work well at sea, minimize motion, provide large volumes for storage, while at the same time being very pleasant to live with at anchor. The long ends of these hulls create spacious engine rooms, large forepeaks, and offer a variety of dinghy storage and handling options. When you get this right, you'll go fast.
And go 15-3 on the watch 9 to 12 watch.
You'll go comfortably. You'll go safely. And you'll go far. The efficiency of these yachts, coupled with large integral fuel tanks, opens up a whole new world of cruising possibilities.
Got the booms out to slow the roll period down and have some windage. We're averaging about 10.5 knots, burning about 6.5 gallons an hour.
Recent examples include FPB 64 Grey Wolf's 12,000 nautical mile voyage from New Zealand to the UK, halfway around the world, in 3 months, and the recently completed 8,000 nautical mile Fiji to Florida voyage of FPB 78 Cochise, comfortably accomplished in just 7 weeks. Both done at normal cruising speeds with conservative fuel reserves. Let's talk about heavy weather. Your definition of what constitutes heavy weather is based on your own experience and the capabilities of the yacht that you are on. The video that follows was taken aboard FPB 64 Osprey on the edges of a tropical cyclone.
35 to 40 knots, boat handling very well. Would you not think so, John?
Pretty happy at the moment.
What happy you're inside and not out there. Me too. Here comes one.
Now we're aboard FPB 64 Grey Wolf off the Isle of Wight in the UK. In near gale winds with opposing currents stacking the seas, she is giving us indication of what conditions would be like in an extreme weather scenario with stabilizers turned off. Note how she snaps back when the stability curve begins to build. The stability curve of the FPB peaks at between 65 and 90 degrees, doesn't turn negative until a minimum of 140 degrees, and in some cases, the FPB 78, for example, it remains positive all the way around. This computer simulation shows FPB 78 Cochise heeled at 60 degrees. The combination of high stability and decks that are barely awash allows the hull to slip sideways with wave impact, absorbing energy over time and reducing the resulting heel. This capability has been a part of every yacht in which we've been involved, since my dad was caught in an unforecast survival storm north of Cape Hatteras in 1982. If it weren't for the skid factor, they would not have survived. This photo shows my dad at the helm the day after, when they were in the lee of the Cape. This is a rollover simulation for the new FPB 70. We spend more time on this aspect of FPB designs than any other. The video that follows will show you why. While conditions like these are rare, we think they should be up front and center in the considerations of anyone who designs, builds, or goes to sea. We want to emphasize that a basic understanding of weather and storm tactics, coupled with boat speed, make it unlikely we would ever be caught in anything like this. But, at the same time, experience has taught us that we need to be prepared.
He's on the side. Okay, start picking people out of the water. Now I know I've never wanted to go sailing.
We feel that the single most important thing you can do to prepare yourself for successful cruising and to avoid what we've just watched is to gain an understanding of weather. To that end, our 4 books, including Mariner's Weather Handbook and Surviving the Storm, are now available as free downloads on setsail.com. Now we are aboard FPB 78 Cochise during sea trials, in a rapidly building 40 to 50 knot breeze with very steep seas.
Just think if we were here on an old sailing ship, out there with our oilies on, getting splashed in the face, wrestling with wheel.
It is definitely gnarly.
It's swollen.
Yeah, the seas are much deeper.
These represent the most difficult steering conditions we've seen in the last 20 years.
Only going 15 knots, it feels like. Just stuck to the bottom here.
All of this takes us back to the first questions we asked. What do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you dream about? At the end of the day, rather than being consumed by what-ifs and worries, we take confidence from the knowledge that we have the tools to answer those questions however we want. We'll see you out there cruising.